Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Pathologic Blind. And apparently, something pretty serious has happened. It seems someone who's very keen on hanging people has arrived in the city. But to be honest, my mind is kind of isolated from the thoughts of that by the fact that I'm going to die soon, which, to be honest, might be kind of intended. Like, it very much seems like this is in line with the stated goals of this game. I will actually reload because I can't afford to get wounded. Like, I am at the stage of the game where literally everything I do is like staving off the inevitable, which is my death. And I am surviving sort of by a thread. That's already botched. I do want to kill him though, for the resources, especially for money, because they tend to have money, and I do need to buy food. I really hope the hunchback has some medicine to trade for organs, but... yeah, you did actually have stuff, which is pretty great. And I will go right away to the hunchback, and then I think I need to get food. But first I need to pause for a second, so I'll be right back. Dobrze. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So, I really do hope he has some stuff. But I also need food. Okay, it seems he's gone. So... he doesn't actually have stuff. Which is pretty uncomfortable for me, to be honest. Okay, do I have anything to eat? I do. So I will eat this bunch of vegetables, and hopefully it'll allow me to live long enough to actually get to a shop. Because the bachelor wants to wait until the morning, but I'm not, which is still an hour away, but I'm not about to waste that time. I do very much intend... Oh, okay, there's already plague in here. To be honest, I would prefer to avoid infection, but I do need food, and I don't think there is even a food shop on this part of the map. I do think there's one quite close nearby, although I'm not sure if there's any food actually left. Okay, I will reload. That was an unacceptable loss of health. Okay, that's actually pretty affordable, but you're out of food, which is another matter entirely. I would also need some antibiotics, possibly, and if I could find a beggar with a tourniquet or a bandage, that would be super great. So I will actually endeavor to find such a person. Okay, that's another food shop. Okay, I will buy the crackers because they are pretty cheap. Actually, all of that is pretty cheap. I'll sell the lockpick. I'm not using it that much. This is kind of useless. Okay, I'll save some money, but I'll buy the crackers because I think I can trade them with children for stuff. I should be safe on the food front for a bit, so I think right now I will try to buy some actual, honest to God, healing items. Okay, that's again weirdly affordable, all things considered. I do want those. Okay, I'll try looting another one of those fighting people for an actual knife.
Someone could have ended up at that stake today. I was lucky to escape execution. Bachelor was noble enough to let me go.
Unbelievable. Sanpes is not a person. It's been proven. But who is the source? It's not the girl. That much is obvious.
You can escape everyone, even the Inquisitor's vengeful hand. But you can't escape yourself. The Earth Sister is breathing down your neck.
What shall we do?
It feels like the whole world is against me. I can't get this noose off. Is execution unavoidable?
Calm
Stop
down.
moaning.
You can remain a tool, or become a rebel. The choice is yours. Men struggle in nooses, but puppets walk free.
Okay, so it seems that woman who's hanging everyone is an inquisitor. It follows from the text of the play. They were also talking about how the Sand Plague is not a person, but then the Rat Prophet thinks that it is. He thinks that the changeling is a physical manifestation of the disease. So, you know, there are some dissenting opinions on that. Do I have any letters? I do, but actually from yesterday. It's not super great. The results of the analysis: human and bull's blood synthesis. Bulls contract the infection too, but the antibodies in their blood do not allow the Sand Plague to survive and propagate. On the other hand, the antibodies present in human blood are not fast enough to eliminate the infection, before it spreads and enters terminal stage. I am going to try to combine the two. We'll spend the night trying that. There must be some result, however pessimistic I feel about it. Isidor Burak's diaries. Extract on inevitability. She is coming towards me with the celerity greater than the howling wind. She gathers her brittle fingers together as she goes. She braids her intricate bones and breaks her lissom limbs. There are no eyes on her black face, and her white face has no nose. The two of her heads are ever in conflict. This is what the tale says. I will do what has to be done before the shebang rises up from the ground beneath the ground. V is the only one who must survive, whatever the cost. Enough gruel must be made for his enormous body to be fed. Is V Vlad? Because he is pretty hefty in stature. I will go back to the Bachelor because I think it's already 7. Yeah, it is. I think I got a letter. I did. There is a sound. The Bachelor's letter. Regrettably, artificial synthesis is not an option. The ingredients do not match. The only solution is to obtain a natural hybrid of man and bull. However, insofar as such a creature does not exist, all we have left is to acknowledge the imperfection of the world and mourn the failure of our intentions. Sorrowfully, Daniel Dankowski. I'll have you know that my own mission of identifying the disease carrier was likewise a fiasco. Apparently the creature I am trying to catch does not exist either. A feeble consolation, I know, but perhaps it'll help you see how much I feel for you. You may want to hurry if you want to talk. The Inquisitor has summoned me for an interrogation. In all likelihood, this will be the last time you ever see me. Okay, you're that guy who wants money, right? You can't trade anything. Do you have any point in your existence? Not really. At least as of yet.
Should I just give up?
Well, it seems it's time to say our goodbyes. I don't know if we will see each other again, Burak. Both of us have failed. You have failed to produce a panacea, and I too have nothing to appease the Inquisitor with. And for me, that's suicide. By going to the cathedral, I'm putting my head on the chopping block. What reason does the Inquisitor have to take your life? The Inquisitor has no power over me, although they do have power over everyone. They need to concern themselves with legal details. If they need to kill, you will die. If they need you to go, you go. They know the ways, but that's not what I'm talking about. Then what is it that you're talking about then? I've made up my mind. If I'm not going to go back victorious, then I'd rather blow out my brains with this very revolver. I'm cornered. I will never be able to look the people I failed to protect in the eye. My allies will end up in prison or exile, and my research in fire. Well, I need a hybrid of a man and a bull, a chimera. Inhuman creatures often play roles in our lives, would you agree? But you failed to find one, a hybrid of a man and a bull. Creatures of that kind inhabit myths rather than the natural environment. They are not real. And so I won't be able to make a panacea. You said that we could try an artificial synthesis, didn't you? It's useless and impossible without Rubin anyway. What happened to him? He turned himself in to the Canes yesterday. I don't know whether he was counting on Victor's compassion or Georgie's common sense, but against all expectation, Maria was on the throne at the time. I don't know any further details. What I know is that no one has seen Stack since. And so the only thing for me left to do is fulfill my father's duty. But who was it that he vowed to save, even if it cost him his family's honor? I don't know. Well, my money is on Vlad. Have you given in to despair? Whatever this mysterious patient is, there's only one thing that can save him. The panacea. It's not too late, I mean. So many have died. I need to go to the abattoir now to see the foreman. The abattoir is off limits. You won't get there unless the Inquisitor lets you. It's the Inquisitor who's in charge of fighting the epidemic and everything else. I can do just fine without it. You're going to need clearance for movement anyway. I advise you receive it sooner rather than later. If your ill fame precedes you, well, it would be better if you came of your own volition. Outrun ugly rumors, then let them know you're dissecting bodies for a reason. Will you come too? I will go there, not with you though. Go, I need time to collect my thoughts. And Burak, I'm glad we haven't had time to become enemies. Good luck. Good luck to you too. The Inquisitor has made this empty cathedral her headquarters. I should go there fast, before the slanderers with their tips do. Okay. It's not like I have that much to do, so let's just get to it. I'm still not quite dead, although I am getting there. Are you here on business, mate? Loitering is forbidden, you know. Why are you here? The volunteer patrol guard forces have been transferred under the command of the government emissary. We're guarding the place and executing the Inquisitor's orders, so please kindly comply. I need to see the Inquisitor. Talk to the head executor. Ours is a modest role. What's with the military bearing? This isn't a parade. Please be so kind as to speak to the one in charge, good sir. I don't have the authority, I am merely a decoration, so to speak. Alright. Look who's here. Isn't it the Haruspex, the star comedian of our town? What have I done to deserve that? What, am I wrong? Just look at how you're walking, or remember what you've been doing. That would be enough, thank you. I want to see the Inquisitor. Oh, look at that, he wants to. On a silver platter there, I guess. Well, she's not in. Where is she in, then? I hereby inform you that Her Excellency has left to investigate the termitory, since the emissaries have shown excessive fervor in dealing out punishment, and also to investigate the site of a tragedy, and to make acquaintance with the young Mother Superior, of course. Alright. The Inquisitor went here to the termitary's long block to see the Mother Superior. Okay. But to be honest, I'm not sure if I can survive the journey if I don't get some healing items. I would love to meet one of those beggars and have them sell me bandages. To be honest, that might be a fool's hope at this point. In Capella's letter, Georgie and Victor Kane were interrogated by the Inquisitor yesterday. According to Maria, you won't survive the meeting. The Inquisitor has proven too intelligent to believe the Ripper tales, and astute to acknowledge what kind of discovery you are set out to make. Long story short, the Kanes believe that she will have you killed as soon as you tell her how a panacea can be produced. I am not sure what the logic behind that might be, but they are positive of their suspicions. Speaking of a panacea, do you really know how to make one? I for one would be most pleased if you did. Be very careful with the Inquisitor. She is in charge of the patrolmen now. They follow her orders. Victoria O, the younger. The Mother Superior wanted to meet you. Please do not leave her. If you learn that she might be in danger. She is a very, very unhappy child, but she has a heart of gold, and it is imperative that she survives. The Inquisitor will open the termitory today, I think. I might actually try and speak with Vlad and with Victoria. And we have bandages. And you do have a tourniquet, which is pretty great. Not as good as the bandages, but I'll take it at this point. Do you have anything to say? I never tried talking to you. The infected areas are strictly off limits. Keep out. See this thing? I've taken it off a thug. Keeping an eye out for them is your job, by the way. I will barter 1 for 1. Oh, so you're buying those razors and you're selling food. That's very interesting and something I should keep in mind. So I will be collecting those razors then, and the crowbars, because I can trade them with the guards.
Many a mickle makes a muckle. There's no hurry.
those whom you save will speak for themselves and for you.
Okay, so we don't have anything particular to add. Oh, there's no longer plague in here, so it actually moves? Like it devastates a district and then moves. That's very interesting to know. And apparently there are the people of the steppes as well in the city right now, which is something I wasn't really expecting. So what do you have to say? Literally nothing. Alright, fair enough. Oh, first block of the dormitory. So that's a different place actually. Alright. So to be honest, I'll just reload because the time I spent walking upstairs already probably cost me a bit of health. It's not you. No, wait, let's try this way. Let's try this. We die. Let's try this way. Okay, so where is she? That looks like an important path.
What is this? What's going on?
Look, yo,
Screaming.
here comes a warden. I'm going to test you now, will you answer? I'll do my best. Tell me, how do they call upon the Menku, the faithful of the warden kin, known by their hands for they are butchers, known by their eyes for they are surgeons. So you do know, I am ready to speak to you, but don't cross me or I could get very angry very quickly. I'm not going to tease you.
They never show me anything. They won't let me outside.
Uncle Burak, we had an extraordinary lady guest come by. Is she still here? No, she went to the town jail, and she was so angry, she ordered to unlock the dormitory. She said that there was no one there to escape anyway. What else did she say? She said she would punish those who are responsible for this big time. It won't be easy to find out who's to blame, I told her. She said she'll crack the puzzle though. I think. I thought everyone knew who issued the order to lock up the dormitory. Well, I don't. But the guest said she would find out. She's so menacing. All I wanted to do is to shrink into a very, very little thingy. That's how scared I was. And I'm not one to get scared easily. It's strange she has left you here. The Inquisitor went here to the Town Hall jail.
When does our regular train arrive?
The kin is all riled up. Won't be long before there's unrest. Why? A sacrifice was made yesterday, and who do you think they used? A Supreme? Boss Primigenius went to the slab. Everything was supposed to change, yet nothing was. It means the Warden is a false one. What Warden? Foreman Oyen. It was he that opened the Supreme up, but nothing happened. The plague didn't stop. Perhaps he's simply a bad Warden? Otherwise the lines would have extended. The sacred blood of the Supreme would have cured the world, but no such luck. So is he back? Since last night. That's when the Supreme was brought from the steppe, right through the gorge. He was so huge, and I've seen a Supreme's shadow for the first time in my life, and my Odongs keep saying that he will be the last too. You wouldn't happen to know as to how can I get to the foreman, would you? I wouldn't. So what do we do? The worms opened up a bull yesterday too, you know, and they claim their sacrifices made a difference. Is that possible? It's just idle talk, I think. It'll do them more harm than good. Perhaps you could find out what they've done. They are on the upper floor of the short block, hiding from the wrath of their kin. Is the kin angry with them? The foreman says that they have messed his sacrifice up. According to him, he was cutting the Supreme open and all was fine, but then they have desecrated the rite by opening a bull up at the Raggy Barrow. They've made the lines that are supposed to be separate cross. Could you ask them if that's true? I'm dying to know. I'll try. So, where do you want me to go then? Because block 1, the frightened Odonga are hiding in the termitory. If I can reach them, then I can find out what the farce of a ritual yesterday has yielded. In the termitory. So somewhere right here but on the other side? Or what? I read that. I would prefer to do it, just because if I get any reward for it, that would obviously be helpful. But this is a very large place, and I'm wondering if this is a wise usage of resources. Like, they mentioned they're on the far side, so, you know, probably somewhere on the other side altogether, but still, that's a lot of places to look. Is the short block the other place altogether? But I don't remember anyone there. Where is the entrance to this place? I will go there and so you don't want to talk, and if there is nothing there, I will just continue on my way. Here comes you. Yes, tell me why you opened a bull up yesterday. To fulfill what was preordained. It is not forbidden. Even the children are allowed to do clay molding. Fill Boss Turok's belly with Suok's gruel, and evil will go. Has your sacrifice made a difference in the world? We have summoned a colossal envoy from beyond. It is unlike us, it is non-human. And non-human? That's interesting, go on. The one we summoned is destined to restore justice. to fight Suok, to be felled by the Warden's hand, which is mine, incidentally, to become the true sacrifice. Wait, why are you saying this? Because that is what is written in the Tale of the Sons, that their death will achieve what yesterday's one hasn't. The one we have summoned was needed, and so they have come. We have done a good deed. Who is he? We do not know. So you haven't desecrated the rite? We wouldn't dare, Oiron. What for? We do not know how. We were doing a good deed. Alright. Glory to the Great Mother. Do you have anything to say? No. Now I will be able to learn what Tai Chik's daughter has to say on the matter. Okay, so I have to go back to her again. I'm not super enthusiastic about it, but hopefully I'll get some kind of reward. And to be honest, it does seem to factor into the main quest as well, because they are talking about someone who's a bit of a man and a bit not a man, which might be the mysterious freaking half man, half bull oh crap, I think I might have saved while I'm dead. That I'm looking for. I wonder if they will help me. See, if not, then I stand little chance in close quarter against... Okay, they will. Okay, to be honest, that was great help, I have to admit. They didn't really drop anything, but still. Oh crap, that's not the place I was supposed to go to. I'm kinda running out of health again, which is a problem. Oh great, that's... was not supposed to go this way, actually. It's the gate right on the opposite. I went where I went for the first time. I kind of didn't register that I already went this way and that is the wrong way. The actual door is right there on the other freaking... yeah, that's really no difference. Although I might have a save that's right there. After I killed those guys. Or rather, after the guards killed them. There was no mistakes or foul play, and no attempts to perform the rite at all. So it is the foreman who is the problem. We need to hold a council and let every poor person left here know. That's just how it is. Our warden is lousy and false, not a warden at all. A true warden would have driven the plague away. The frightened Odonga are hiding in the dormitory. If I can reach them, I can find out what the farce of a ritual yesterday has yielded. I was able to learn, now I will be able to learn what Taichik's daughter has to say on the matter. Yesterday's sacrifice was not a mockery of the rite commonly held within the abattoir. Most likely it was the other way around. The Odonga brutes at the Ragim Barrow have managed to accomplish more than the fearsome foreman Oyun. This does indeed lead us to an obvious conclusion. The conclusion is he is a false warden and I'm most likely the true one, right? Although so far I have not been doing so great. And I might still die if I don't find one of those bums who sell bandages. Please have something to sell. Great, I love you. Okay, I just can't stop until I get inside the building. So I'm going to be devoured by a rat. Anything to sell? Nope. Oh, wait. That's one of the guards, right? I once again made the mistake of assuming since he's attacking someone, he's one of those thugs. but he's actually attacking one of the infected people, which is something that they actually routinely do. Okay, that's not here, apparently. Is that the jail? Justice and equity. These are the principles that lawful emissary of the powers that be follows. Are you sure? The government inquisitor will conduct a swift investigation, find the culprits and make a public example of them. Rightly so, if you ask me. What culprits? Hundreds of crimes have been committed here recently. I mean this jail, sir. There's been a mass imprisonment of townsfolk. Senseless violence, unlawful methods, criminal negligence that led to a contamination of a cell, and numerous deaths. The culprit must be punished, and here I thought it's you and the likes of you that are actually guilty of unlawful violence. Not by choice, sir. We are acting under direct orders. We were ordered not to think, sir. You're one philosopher, mate. Where's the Inquisitor? I ain't no mate of yours, and stop with the snarling, you ain't my boss. You cooked your own goose, and now you're making fun of an honest patrol person. Well, where's the Inquisitor? Her Excellency has left for that leech of a usurer's hideout to interrogate him. The one that was the root of all of that arson mess. Well, they'll fashion themselves with hempen cravats now. Arson is bad, mate. Aren't you, Fears? The Inquisitor went here, to the hunchback usurer's house, where blood trade was conducted and where the crazy exterminator plot was made. Okay, do we have anything to add? Please speak to the corporal, sir. We lot ain't supposed to. Are you an extra? Sorry, sir, I have no idea what you're saying. Okay, I don't think there's anything here. I am unfortunately forced to consume this. My meager existence is prolonged, which is better than nothing. Oh, are those houses infected? No, it seems they are just abandoned. Okay, is there loot in here, or am I just wasting my time? Better than nothing. I don't feel so bad about stealing from the dead as I do from the living, so I'll take this. There is still plague. You know what? I'll just disregard this. I don't have antibiotics. I don't have healing. This is all crapshoot. Okay, you have some antibiotics, which I can't afford. Crap. And damn you, little girl, and your extortionist prices. You're here for the same reason we are, aren't you? Seems like we'll have to wait some more. Hopefully you'll get a chance to neutralize her with a single strike. Sever her spine with a precise scalpel slice, so to speak. Undercut her. What? Aglaya vowed to punish the Canes for persecuting Rubin, and thus allegedly preventing him from making the medicine that could save us all. Can you imagine? The hypocrisy. Oh, but we'll stand up to her. How is that hypocritical? Oh, the medicine like that would be extremely disadvantageous to Aglaya. Seems like this is something she should be striving to find. Doesn't it? But I promise you, if she finds out that someone has crossed her, well, let's just say, I don't envy the bastard. Poor Rubin. You weren't assisting him, I hope. How is this possible? Isn't the Inquisitor here to fight the epidemic? She is and she isn't. It's exactly like you say, on paper, but in reality an unsolicited assistant is the worst enemy to this proud woman. I feel like you're talking about me. You just wait. Victor will find a way to cut her claws. He knows whose skeleton lies in her closet. She can dream all she likes about persecuting the creator of the medicine. But her scheme will fall through if her game is exposed. We had no sympathy for Rubin, yet now we're on her side. No. We had no sympathy for Rubin, yet now we're on his side, which makes a whole lot more sense. Wait a second, are you telling the truth? She wants to get rid of the creator of the panacea? You need proof? Speak to Victor then. We are only here as a resistance force. To hell with the upcoming tyranny. To hell with the hypocritical investigators covering up personal agendas. Such an inquisitor will do nothing for our town. I hope Victor's in. The Inquisitor has made her rounds around the town, questioned the bound, and now has returned. Victor Kane knows what her conclusions about me are. Is there anything here I would be able to loot? Oh, I have no idea what's going on either. Talk to that guy over there, although I doubt he's going to be any more help to you than I am. But I'm out of here, out of a sense of camaraderie. That's commendable. Okay, at this point, probably doesn't need the money. Although those are such meager amounts, probably neither do I.
Bachelor didn't find the source of the disease, yet he is forgiven. This doesn't explain much, though.
You see, Burak, the wheel of fortune takes unexpected turns every now and then. What a strange coincidence. Is it even a coincidence at all? We were expecting the experienced Orf or the resolute Kerminsky, and yet they've sent Aglaya Lilich, of all people. How is that strange? Well, for one thing, Aglaya Lilich is my late wife's sister. We could think ourselves lucky were it not for an old mutual grudge between the sisters that persisted despite the difference in age. It's a terrible, hopeless feud that even the elder sister's death has done nothing to assuage. Well, isn't that a coincidence? I fear that too many personal interests will get in the way of Aglaya's duty here. None of those personal interests being remotely favorable for us, I think Aglaya Lilich regards this expedition as a mere pretext for revenge. Upon whom? Upon my late wife and her elder sister, or rather what's left of her. Who would allow an Inquisitor to use their mission for personal scores? Not who, a what, to spare. I have recently come to know that Aglaya Lilich has been sentenced to death for her affinity to schemes and hidden agendas, dare I add. Only a miracle can save her from the scaffold. It's easy to get carried away in a situation like this. One may very well be hanged for a sheep as a lamb. How could anyone have assigned a mission like this to her then? There are three possibilities here. 1. My informant is incorrect. 2. She comes here of her own accord, having disposed of the real Inquisitor and usurped their authority. If anything, she has nothing to lose anymore, but it's hard to believe. What about the third possibility? The third, and most likely, possibility is that the powers that be have granted Aglaya Lilich a last chance to redeem herself by giving her an all but hopeless mission. It makes sense, her chances of survival here are quite low to begin with. The version seems to be the best one for us and the worst one for you. Because the last thing she needs is competition, my friend. An Inquisitor's job is to find a bold solution to an impossible problem, a solution so smart, so outside the box, so outside the box that its very outlandishness, provided of course it proves efficient, would more than justify their acting with impunity. That is why they are needed in the first place. You've robbed Aglaya of the chance to prove her worth, and I'm afraid she's already aware of that. I am no competitor to her. What about your panacea? The Bachelor has told me that there's only a tiny step left for you to make. If that is not the solution to the problem, what is? Were it not for those unfortunate tribulations poor Dr. Rubin had gone through because of us, you would have created it already, wouldn't you? No. Well, then you can stand before the Inquisitor with a clear conscience. You won't be able to avoid it anyway, unless you're considering fleeing the town, of course. I'm considering nothing of the sort. She's probably already at the cathedral. All I can do is wish you luck. Fortune has been kind of you as of late. Perhaps it will continue to shower you with its abundant gifts. If you go to the cathedral, I say the odds of survival and non-detainment are 3 to 7. I should hope so. Okay, but I learned a little bit, possibly, about, there's a human/not really kind of creature that Diodong were talking about. So maybe that will help me somehow. Like it's obvious I need to prove my usefulness to her. But I am going to do it next time, because this episode has been long enough. So that's all for this one. I will see you in the next one. Bye.